So I'm about to make my mint tea, very simple, and it's so refreshing that and flavorful really that I don't need even to sweeten it with mint in the morning, verbena in the evening. Figured since I was going to make myself another cup of tea, I may as well make it because I didn't make this morning's tea on camera. So like I had said, take a small palmful of the tea, like so. And I smush it. I smush it in my palm to break up the all the oils and flavor that is now being released through the tea, which you can smell vividly right now. The strainer's in the cup. See, that's from this morning's tea. Haha. And since it's not morning and it has heated up significantly this afternoon, I'm going to make it iced tea. So, of course, I'm going to steep it as usual, but then I'm going to throw ice cubes in it to make it ice mint tea. And I'm going to sip on that while I go harvest these okra. As you know, I have to harvest this okra every day. It went from having 2 the first harvest to generally 3 every day to like 6 to 10 every day that have to be harvested. I'm going to also show you how I got to my okra fries if I haven't already. I think I have. Let me get my stick. Keep that stick right at the door. So even though that we're low on spiders right now, but interestingly enough, I keep hearing straight up locusts. And when I'm out here, sometimes every now and then they'll fly in at the top of one of the evergreens and then fly out. I'm telling you, locusts. Lettuce on the planter with the big, beautiful okra sitting right over there, waiting to be harvested. You see 3, 4 of them right there, all in a big bunch. That's one bunch. The closer it gets to the top, the more okra grows, and then there's more growing at the bottom, and it's pretty prolific. Thank God it can get bigger than green okra can before it gets better. See, the old man just trimmed the evergreens, the inside of the evergreens for me. So I keep seeing these little pieces of evergreen that look like those green worms to me. And it's making me feel like they're everywhere and not just on my... But anyway, purple basil and pineapple sage. I took some his mother's birthday celebration. Sorry, y'all know I get distracted by these cabbage mob. Crap. That's okay. Oh, you still wanna give it a shot? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Lay another one. This is where it's at over here on this plant. Yeah, right in there. Here we go. Yeah, that's where you lay it. Nice. Good job. Good job. So here are some backup verbenas, actually topped off, and so they bushed out. So I have 2 here. This one's not nearly as green. I'm pretty sure it's because, well, maybe not. I started to say it's because the pot is smaller, and so of course it doesn't have as much nourishment in its soil, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe when I fed them, I didn't feed this one quite as much, because it's my understanding that they're heavy feeders, so I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, when it comes time to take them in, I'm going to prune that one down really narrow. That's actually 2 plants that I put in there, and I just let the side shoots go nuts. Patio tomato, it looks like it wants to be done. I think it's mad about it. Still has some flowers at the top. I don't think anything is going to come of it though. The weather's going to be changing soon, and I really had a struggle with the blight this year. I think these that have started to produce might be okay, but this whole plant is gone to crap. Meyer lemon tree, for some reason, is randomly setting out fresh leaves, like it wants to do something when the season is over. And I'm not sure what that's about. Here's my stevia that I topped off to be overwintered inside. And you'll notice that most of the things that have to go in over the winter don't need a lot of sunlight. They can survive in shade, because I don't really have that kind of room inside. Honeycrisp apple, pimentos. I don't know if I'm gonna get another one out of here. Whoa! Bunch of white flies came out of there. That's my sweet pepper plant. I intend to scalp it to take it inside. This I'm gonna let these leaves go ahead and do what they do, because it looks like it's going to supply us with quite a bit of verbena for the winter, don't you think? This is my plant that I let bush out, and I'm not even going to top these off. I'm going to actually cut them completely off as, large stalks. I'm going to see if we can get a whole winter's worth of tea out of that. We won't be doing much sharing. I mean, it would seem like we would be able to, but if we shared it all, we wouldn't have any for our own winter. Is this thing flowering? These things don't flower, do they? Is this thing flowering? Super Sly Fox. Does your verbena flower? I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think I've seen one flower, so I don't know what the flowers look like. I'm curious. I don't think it matters, because I'm chopping all those off. The leaves are what we want anyway. Maybe it's feeling somewhat kind of way about the weather change. Yeah. But anyway, there's a chocolate mint it's nothing but spider web. It's just a big minty spider web. Stevia that I'm going to top off completely and just juice everything that I have. And then put the juice in a little dropper and use that as my sweetener. That's my latest brilliant idea, which was pretty smart if I do say so myself. Chocolate mint and regular peppermint here. I have 2 on either side. I have 1 on either side, like chocolate mint, and peppermint. This is my backup mint. I hope to get another really huge harvest of mint. Since I have been keeping my mint in those paper bags after they dry, they proved to hold their flavor a lot longer and a lot more of it. And I wish I had known it earlier, because I would have been growing rebatches of peppermint over and over and over again all season from the beginning. But now I know. And in the meantime, I do have a lot of peppermint that I've been harvesting. I was able to get my purple basil and pineapple sage to root. Curly kale, I may harvest those not to eat, because I believe they're full of cabbage worms. Just want to see what they'll do, if they'll continue to produce, and if it'll be healthy, or how that'll happen. I'm still learning in this. I'm still waiting forever on some seeds from this. Maybe I have them already, and I just don't realize what it looks like when it's done seeding. But yeah, those are supposed to be my purple basil seeds. This kale is eaten up by worms. Poops in the bottom. See what I mean? This, is what I mean? This is what I mean. 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 This is what I mean It's right here. That is this where the stick is. That is a piece of evergreen. Anyway, so that looks like, right, it would be one of those little worms, but it's not. It's just a evergreen, a piece of an evergreen leaf. This, however, is actually one of those worms. See him moving? What you doing, fella? I'm sure he fell off because I sprayed. See? This one's a worm. Back there. But several of them are an evergreen leaf. Cucumber was sad and ready to come up. It looks like the damage that caterpillar did to this purple cabbage made it have two heads. So now it's forming, it seems to be forming a head here, and it seems to be forming a head here. So hopefully that'll turn out to be a good thing. These over here are horrible. Look at that thing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what the story is. But it looks to be sharing roots with all of my sweet red peppers. Maybe that's the case. And it's getting yanked at the roots. But anyway, this one is looking good. This one's looking pretty good. That one is struggling to survive. Struggling to survive. These three are babies. They're getting eaten up a little bit. I think I might come and spray them. I need to put... Get off me already. God damn. Look, I have on... I don't know if they think these are real flowers on my shirt. But these insects are really coming for me right now. Yeah, so these have holes in them. I don't like that at all. So I'm probably going to spray them. Maybe I'll water my spray down a little bit first so I don't just burn them. Because these 4 heads, this should be giving me a head of cabbage first. Then this one should be giving me actually 2 heads of cabbage. Then that one. So they're all in succession, even though they're not in a row. And I don't want them to be in a row because they get so full when they're healthy. They need room to branch out like that, to spread out. So yeah, I'm going to spray the toddlers. And then I'm going to plant another one here and 2 more where the cucumbers were. And then when these sweet peppers are done, I'm going to plant... maybe only one will fit over there. Either 1 or 2 more over there. I need to start my rhubarb inside too, because the rabbits keep eating it. The watermelon, I gave the last one to Cricky's family. And here are all the okra that are ready to be harvested, which is what I actually came out to do in the first friggity place. I can't step away from my raised bed for a single minute. I bet you he's dead though. I bet you she's dead. Here's another one I got. See the wings hanging out there? Yeah, got caught in the act. Now, there were actually more like 25 that could have been harvested. Actually should have been harvested, but I left about 6 or so on the plant because they were small enough to where they could still have room to get bigger. Not that I want them to get bigger because I can't keep up with them as it is, but because I can't keep up with them, I want to, harvest as few as possible that can't wait any longer. I mentioned this before. Here, put it on here. I mentioned this before, but apparently red okra can get longer than green okra and still stay tender. So it can get longer than, regular green okra. You want to harvest it between 2 and 6 inches, but the red okra can go significantly longer before harvesting and getting hard. I have one now that I could show you. Well, I've shown it to you. It was really big, and I'm saving it for seeds. And that bad boy is so enormous right now. I figured while I was out here, I would actually scalp the stevia that I kept claiming I was going to do. And okay. Yeah, I scalped it. It doesn't look very green. There were 2 plants. Hopefully it lives inside this winter. Meanwhile, I'm going to juice this and put it in a little dropper right after I kill this cabbage moth.